Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Right here, we're going to watch some interesting and unsettling videos that'll make you question our reality. So let's go.
Dark chocolate is a medicine. End of. One of the best medicines around is 50 grams to 100 grams of 75% or more dark chocolate.
Do you know what? I've just realised my girlfriend, she's going to live till she's 150 because she's 90% or something, 80% dark chocolate. She drinks green tea all day.
She should be stepping in for you. Seriously, brain health as well, cardiovascular health. I mean, they do studies where they've put cocoa into volunteers and they were able to show changes in the blood flow within minutes, certainly within an hour of eating cocoa.
They call it the heart medicine.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's very spiritual. She runs a business called Barley Breathwork. Hashtag ad if I have to say that. But in her business, one of the things she does at the very start of the session with women all over the world that come to her retreats is she makes cacao for them. And you notice instantly how people change when they've had a hot cup of cacao. And she says it like almost brings out their heart. And I guess that's because of the circulation reasons.
It is, but it also, of course, we know it contains a few other beneficial stimulating effects, sort of similar to the effects with coffee, which incidentally, as I've already said, is a medicine as well. But cocoa and chocolate does have a uplifting effect, which is why we love it so.
And we have to be clear here, we're not talking about hot chocolate that comes from a packet or something necessarily.
We would like it to be as dark as possible. 75% cocoa solids, so it's dark chocolate. And it tastes a bit more medicinal, doesn't it? It's not as sweet. But I'm saying to many of my patients, take 50 grams a day.
Really?
It's a medicine.
I like that medicine. Time to get more dark chocolate. All right.
Like, explain the nuttiness of the Book of Enoch to people.
Well, it's okay. So if you read it, it talks about the fall of angels, thus creating really the precursor of civilization that led to the first flood. I think that when you even go into potentially the technology that was given to mankind by these angels, it talks about the hidden beliefs and theories in astronomy, etc., metalworkings, all of it. But it really does explain, you were talking about earlier how you have a lot of these religions around the world that kind of say the same thing. This is kind of the OG text that leads to those stories that we're hearing from many religions around the world. To talk about angels mixing with mankind and then seeding a super essentially race of humans that essentially were responsible for basically damning mankind to the flood. I mean, you hear about stuff in Greek and Roman mythology, people who had these super crazy powers. And you talk about it out loud and it sounds crazy, but that's what the book says. And then the fact that it was taken out and then it's poo-pooed, yet you have one of the oldest religions in the world, be it the Ethiopians, that actually still have it. You have, the Catholic Church that has books that are missing out of the King James Version. I'm just saying that, when you read it, you should read it and decide for yourself. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to what you're saying, but truly give it a chance and see what you have to say. And then, you're going back to this whole concept of if you have this information pertaining to UAPs, whatever they might be, the origins. I mean, if you have a understanding of what Enoch was talking about, kind of makes sense.
The really old stuff is very strange.
I'm telling you, the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible, I actually had a staffer that went to Ethiopia. She was on a church trip, and she actually brought me back a copy, and she's like, you can translate it via Google Translation, so kudos to modern day technology. So I have it in my office, and actually when I did my swearing in, I actually did my swearing in on the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible.
Wow.
It's cool. It's direct translation.
That's kind of crazy. This is nuts.
I think we're probably going to be responsible for the Book of Enoch sales probably increasing on Amazon.
Well, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. I need to read it now.
You'll trip out if you read Enoch and then follow about the fall of mankind and the angels with, and this is Christian theology, right? So angels came down, rebelled against God, interbred with humankind. That would be, I think, a good starting point for what potentially the Anunnaki were.
All right, so Anunnaki made human genetically, and he made human to be their miner labor, to mine gold, to heal their planet.
Roblox
Alright.
just banned one of its biggest predator hunters, and the internet is not happy. Instead of reaching out and asking Schlepp to stop making his videos, Roblox banned every account he owns and hit him with a cease and desist. Schlepp and his team have had 6 predators arrested in under a year, and even police have thanked him for his work. But Roblox doesn't seem to appreciate it, essentially telling him to stop catching these predators or else he will face legal consequences. How does that even make sense that the predator hunter is facing more consequences than the actual predators themselves? It hasn't been looking good for Roblox. A few weeks back, the CEO, David Baszucki, doubled down on his wish to one day turn Roblox into a dating app, which is just a recipe for disaster considering Roblox's widely known predator problem. And more recently, Roblox implemented UGC emotes, which allows for people to publish and sell their own custom animations. But it's been an absolute disaster with people creating inappropriate emotes that make it easier for creeps to target kids. Instead of supporting him, Roblox is punishing him, while the real criminals, the predators, remain roaming free and preying on vulnerable children.
So Roblox has been trying to shut everybody down who's talking at all about the problems that are going on their website. The ban of Roblox game in Qatar. This is an ongoing thing to protect the behavior of children and teenagers from the dangers of the game, to threaten their safety and morals. This is basically it. I was driving to the gas station today, and they said on the radio that if your kid got on Roblox, I'm not even kidding you, to call because there's like a class action lawsuit that's being filed against Roblox right now. Like they are in a bad situation. Like I heard this on the radio today. In my opinion, like again, like you got to regulate this shit, but like if you can't regulate it, then you have to. If you think that we're not going to be using online ID to play video games in 20 years, you're out of your fucking mind. It's an inevitability. I'm sorry. You might not like it, you might not want it, but that's where things are going.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be everywhere. I cannot believe this company actually banned the kid that was trying to help other kids.
Here are some crazy things happening in the world right now. A man in Michigan, known for his generosity in his community, made one final gesture to thank his community by literally making it rain cash from a helicopter at his own funeral using his life
like
savings. He
July
was a
or
beloved
something?
car wash owner in East Detroit, and he died from Alzheimer's at 58 years old. Sounds like a great guy. We can now help the US government pay down its debt using Venmo and PayPal. Yippee! A Florida man was arrested for drunk driving a lawnmower down a highway. McDonald's had an AI hiring tool that's password was 123456, which someone apparently guessed and exposed the data of 64 million applicants to McDonald's. And everyone is welcome classroom sign is violating a new Idaho law. The law says that you're not allowed to put up political statements as signs in classrooms. I guess, okay. A teacher was banned recently in Wales for drinking alcohol, swearing at other teachers, and dancing to the Macarena while under the influence of alcohol. Obviously, or not obviously, I don't know. Sometimes you just want to dance to the Macarena, I guess.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in? Here's one. The Miami Mall Bayside incident that they conveniently tried to sweep under the rug. I think about it on a regular basis. I went down too many rabbit holes and I feel like they lied about each and everything that had something to do with that. So on New Year's Day 2024, over 50 cop cars and over 100 officers go to Miami Mall because they say that teens were fighting. Again, this is New Year's Day. Everybody and their mother seen what was going on TikTok. You had people get on this app and say what they saw. I'm not going to say what they saw because I don't want this video taken down. You had people make video packed with information and those videos are gone. You have people telling you exactly what they saw that day, what type of things they saw that day, and those videos are gone. And in every video that I saw, they said nothing about a fight. Mind you, there were a couple people who recently made videos and said that they were there. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Listen to this man right here.
I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family.
Listen.
And we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, but our whole family's processing it. But I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird experience.
I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna break it up. This is gonna be a long video. Pay attention. Listen to what he says.
My nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us.
Listen.
And he was saying blanky, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3, 9, 10 foot tall.
He said 3, 9 feet, and 10 feet tall. Yeah, okay. Look at how many police came to break up a fight.
Yeah, okay.
A simple fight. I need you to look at all of those police.
They're coming from everywhere.
Now, if you zoom in, you will be able to see. So you're telling me that all of those police are coming to break up a fight on New Year's Day. Come on now. It really don't make sense. So you have teenagers lighting off fireworks, and some people saying that teenagers will fight. Okay, no problem. If it's a group of teens, why was only 4 arrested? Now let me say this to you. People that were there made videos and said that they seen figures, we're just gonna call them figures, 8 to 10 feet tall. Multiple people said the same thing. So everybody's lying, right? Mind you, if you go back to any footage that you can find, because they wiped away a lot of footage, what they're saying that they're seeing, it looks exactly like that. Needless to say, I cannot stop going down rabbit holes about this. I have been going down rabbit holes about this since it happened, and I'm gonna continue. Tell me what you think.
On this matter, even though TikTok is crazy about this subject bringing back up again and a whole bunch of AI generated, videos and stuff like that, extraterrestrial just showing up, in the middle of the mall, out of their dimension, just to step into our dimension and show up. Big disclosure is not here yet. So, supposedly those aliens think we're not ready yet. So how can they just show up in the middle of the mall? So, all right.
Are you ready for this?
Scientists just created a bionic knee connected directly into a patient's bone and wired into their muscles. At MIT's Mechatronics lab, researchers just revealed the osseointegrated mechanoneural prosthesis, or OMP, because we don't have all day. Rather than traditional prosthetics that attach to the body with sockets and feel like lifeless masses strapped onto a limb, OMP is connected directly into a patient's skeletal system via a titanium rod implanted into the femur. The muscles of the thigh are also reconstructed, reconnecting pairs of muscles like the quadriceps and hamstring to create agonist-antagonist muscle loops, which naturally work in opposition to each other. Into these muscle loops, intramuscular electrodes are then implanted to pick up the electrical signals from muscle contraction. These signals correspond to the user's intended movements to either extend or to contract their knee. These signals travel to a controller housed in the prosthetic that interprets them in real time and translates the user's intent into natural movement. In clinical trials, patients who received the full OMP system outperformed other prosthetic users in obstacle avoidance, stair climbing, sit-to-stand tasks, and amazingly could even match or even exceed their pre-op walking speeds. Users also reported increased proprioception, the brain's ability to sense limb position and movement, as if the limb really had become part of their own body, turning them into a living hybrid of metal, bone, and electronics. No clunky prosthetics.
Oh my god!
Just pure, unadulterated human 2.0, because sometimes the flesh is weak and you crave technically titanium.
I think that's gonna happen. Augmentation, neural link, implantation, and those kind of thing. All right.
Family members say, my person is so confused today. What are you hearing them talk about? They want me to take the chains off. They're saying, lift me up, up, up. They're not here in present time wanting to get lifted up in the bed. They want to get lifted up. I can say, right here with you, Dad. As much as you need to be lifted up, we're right here with you until you get where you need to go. I don't know if it's psyche, if it's heart, if it's spiritual, but something's happening. If we're lucky enough to be in the liminal space with them and feel that, there's nothing like it.
Dr. Martha Jo Atkins is a death doula
and someone who teaches about the incredible changes that occur physically,
psychologically, and metaphysically
in the transition from this world
to the next.
And what we're going to talk about today, some of the phenomenal things that happen.
How many people have you been with as they've transitioned?
Wow. I've been with more than 1,000.
What are some of the symbols?
Landscapes, animals, flowers, bridges, rivers, trains, and airplanes. There are many occasions where several people at the bedside have the same experience.
It's indicating literally some sort of shared consciousness.
And when it's family members and they're right at the end of the bed and they're able to talk to them, there's a shift in the default network as people are separating from themselves. I think of it like the spirit is separating from the body, and it's this extraordinary process.
If angels and others are being summoned in to someone's bedside, who else is being summoned? In your TED Talk, which is very, very popular, unbelievable, you end with Steve Jobs' last words. Can you tell us those words and tell us what meaning you make from them?
Steve Jobs' last words were, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow." I hope when I step across to wherever I'm stepping across, there is a delight and a wonder and an awe like I imagined he was experiencing. I don't know if that's really what it was, but I hope it was. And I hope for me and the people I love that that's the kind of experience we get to have when it's time to go.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Many people last night in eastern United States and even Canada witnessed something quite strange happening in the sky, Brave, right? Of a strange spiral type pattern floating, glowing in the sky, making no noise. We did have 2 rocket launches that day. We had the Vulcan, which launched way earlier in the day, and then we had the Ariane 6 rocket that launched way later, coming from French Guiana, which had a weather satellite payload on board. These videos are being posted around 11 PM in eastern time zones in the US, right? I'm not sure about Canada. Now, the upper stage performed a deorbit burn around 10:35 PM, right, on August 12th. Following that, a spin-up of a propellant dump occurred around 10:45 PM, which is where lots of people were seeing this giant flash and a glow of a spiral-shaped object, where obviously the propellant's being fired out the back when it's disconnected and making this beautiful sort of dance in the sky that we're seeing right here. And this rocket was launched from French Guiana out over the Atlantic Ocean, well away from populated areas, climbing into orbit by the time you saw it in Connecticut. The upper stage was far downrange, so when people were witnessing this, it was thousands of miles downrange. Quite a few videos coming from Connecticut, so by the time you guys are seeing it in Connecticut, the upper stage was far downrange, thousands of miles northeast of French Guiana, over the mid-Atlantic, high above the horizon from your location. So yeah, also Canadians were seeing this as well, so you're all basically seeing the same thing, in my opinion. So there we go. Hopefully this clears it up a little.
Oh, so yeah, and it's good to know. It's possible just a propellant dump, and then that creates that little shape. Makes sense. All right.
ICE was in the middle of a manhunt for a convicted attempted murderer, and they accidentally added a completely random person to the secret group chat. For weeks, this person got real-time, unencrypted text messages about the entire operation. They saw the target's unredacted personal files, DMV records, and license plate reader data. At first, the person thought it was spam, but it was a live, top-secret federal manhunt happening in a regular group text. The same agency that wants to scan your eyeballs is still figuring out how to use a group chat.
Oh, why is this so funny? The people want to use the app to scan your eyeball doesn't know how to use group chat. This is not the first time they added wrong people to the group chat. So, see, we have hacker is going to get your personal identity. We cannot get that fixed. And then we have like people who does not know how to use group chat. Now we want to just basically get everybody's identification uploaded to cloud. And then you think it's not getting stolen.
It's going to get stolen. Hi, I'm Jenna Miscavige. My uncle David Miscavige is the leader of Scientology, and I escaped when I was 22. I was born and raised in Scientology, and I never lived in a home with my parents, only a dorm with a bunch of other kids. When I was 7 years old, I was made to sign a billion-year contract dedicating my soul to Scientology's paramilitary organization. From the time I was 12 until I was 18 years old, I was moved across the country from my parents, and I was forbidden to call them and physically restrained from doing so. I worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week, for as little as $12 of pay. I had no standard education or diploma, just a couple hours a week of Scientology-style schooling. I even lived at the Scientology Recruiting Center in Hollywood for a couple of years. I escaped at 22 after they tried to separate me from my husband and threatened to ruin his family. A few years later, I finally spoke out when they would not stop harassing me or having me followed or causing problems at my work and inserting spies into my life. If you want to learn more about life inside Scientology, then follow me. And if you have any big questions, please leave them in the comments and I will answer them for you.
I've been watching some of the Scientology documentary. They're really, I don't know, like this religion is huge. They are transporting human to different places. That's not human trafficking. I don't know what is. All right.
保守！一、二、三，来，保守！哟，我掐了！一，不动；二，三，哟，一，别抓，保守！一，保守！看我的时间！一，看见没？就不动，就坐着，用我的平行两位。保守！一，看见没有？二。 三，哎，保守！我的不信，保守！一，多回我，再来！我靠，你还是多回了。
Oh my gosh, what that guy talked the most.
This guy, William Cooper, predicted 9/11 before Alex Jones. And this guy, William Cooper, hated Alex Jones. Wow. Said that Alex Jones was a fearmonger and potentially a disinformation agent. On June 28th, 2001, just months before 9/11, Cooper said the following on his radio show. I'm telling you to be prepared for a major attack, but it won't be Osama bin Laden. It will be those behind the New World Order.
Oh my
They
gosh.
need a major attack in order to launch their plans for a world government and to take away your freedoms. So he said that in June 2001, before 9/11. But then on November 5th, cops showed up to his house to arrest him for tax evasion, ended up supposedly getting in a shootout and killing him.
What?
Weeks after 9/11. What are we talking about?
Are we dumb?
Cooper didn't trust anyone. He despised UFO cults, even though he claimed to have seen UFOs while in the Navy, and later believed aliens were a government hoax. He believed aliens may be demonic in nature or part of a Luciferian deception. Disclosure will be fake and used to create a one world religion under the Antichrist. The more he actually started like reading scripture and stuff, he changed his views on what aliens were. He said in 2000 on a broadcast, the whole alien thing, it's a lie. The day they fake an alien landing, you better know it's the devil coming.
Oh my gosh.
That's go, dude. This guy, William Cooper, though, man, he would have been a
great guest.
He was
wild.
He would have been an amazing guest.
All right, and that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe and turn on the notification, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.